This game wrap is brought to you by Ideal Vision, one-of-a-kind eye care for one-of-a-kind eyes. And by... Hi everyone, Mr. Bowtie here. Thank you so much for checking out my content and my channel. Now make sure you bang home that red subscribe button on YouTube so that way you can stay up to date on the latest content from around the area that you won't find anywhere else. And follow me on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. When San Antonio Brennan moved up to Class 6A 3 years ago, Northside ISD Athletic Director Stan Lang split the 10-team district into two 5-team zones, thus creating a district championship game at the end of the season. Well, next year, Northside ISD will go back to a more traditional 10-team district without zones, meaning tonight's contest between Brennan and O'Connor was the fourth and final district championship game. Brennan had appeared in all the district championship games before, winning 2, losing 1. O'Connor in it for the third straight year, splitting the last 2 meetings with Brennan. It might be a good thing that they're not going to have another zone championship game because it's going to be impossible to top the ending that we saw tonight. Here are the highlights from Gus Stadium. Brennan head coach Stephen Bazor and O'Connor head coach David Molesky chatted before the game. If you know nothing about Molesky and O'Connor football, he is essentially a combination of Ron Rivera and Roy McAvoy. He takes a lot of chances and sometimes goes for broke. For example, he loves trying onside kicks and even fake punts, although this one did not work.
This, no question, is going to go up as one of the top crazy games of my career.
More chances in a moment. Brennan was without their top running back Jamel Jeter, still nursing an injury. In his place was Amani Arvello, who came into the game with 2 carries for just 19 yards on the season. He would match that in 1 carry. The junior Bear ran for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns of 62, 2, and 4 yards, the last of which gave Brennan a 35-20 lead early in the third quarter. It was such a wild game that the second quarter went 61 minutes. Panther quarterback Roel Sanchez did all he could to keep OC in the game. He threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 3 more, including 2 in the fourth quarter that gave O'Connor its first lead of the game midway through the fourth quarter. But a missed PAT kept the score at 41-35. He finished the game with 256 rushing yards and 203 passing yards. That's a total of 459 all-purpose yards for those of you playing the home game. He also completed passes to 8 different receivers.
We were down at half, we told each other we were just going to come out and make plays, and that's what we did.
We didn't play well defensively in the first half, and Brennan was knocking us off the football, and they were doing a lot of really good things. And then our kids settled down in the second half and got us back in the ball game, and our offense was solid all night long. Those big old jokers up front, man, they did an awesome job tonight.
Oh, by the way, there's a reason why we are skipping through most of the scoring. Brennan quarterback Jordan Martinez would rally the Bears back. A 58-yard catch and run by Alexander Wise set the Bears up deep in Panther territory. Under 4 minutes remaining, 4th and 5 for Brennan at the Panther 8. Martinez found Wise in the back corner of the end zone for the game-tying score. Martinez threw for 336 yards and 3 touchdowns, with Wise having 180 of that and 2 of the scores. Now the extra point to give Brennan the lead back, but Andrew Bentley, who had made all 5 of his PATs to this point, popped it up, and the kick was short. Instead of the lead, the game remained tied. There's Stan Lang, the mastermind of the zones 3 years ago. The last district championship game took well over 3.5 hours to play. Stephen Bazor, while he tried to channel his internal David Molesky, he tried a surprise onside kick, but the attempt only went 8 yards. O'Connor in great position, only having to drive half the length of the field for a game-winning field goal attempt. After a negative play, Sanchez passed over the middle to Brandon Butler, the senior, all the way down to the Brennan 14-yard line. Panthers in great shape because Brennan had no timeouts left. But Molesky wanted to drive closer. 2 6-yard runs by Trayshawn Patterson moved the ball to the 2. 1st and goal Panthers in the final minute. OC could now take a couple of knees and try a chip shot field goal. But Molesky said no. Brennan fans actually were yelling at their own team to let OC score. 3rd and goal, Patterson fumbled the ball. Shades of Ernest Biner. Brennan with the recovery. Instead of a 19-yard field goal attempt, the game went into extra possessions. Heck, veteran referee Chuck Mears can't believe in himself. If you didn't hear him, he asked Bezorv Molesky, is he always this difficult? Yes, but Molesky is a wonderful guy to have coffee with and a really, really friendly person. Brennan had the ball first in extra possessions, 4th and 2 at the 17. Remember, no game clock in extra possessions. Martinez fade pass to the corner of the end zone for Jordan Smith, but a great pass breakup by Jalen Hughes, and the Bears came up empty. After a first down conversion on the ensuing drive, 4th and 7 at the 9 for the Panthers, Molesky this time elect for a game-winning field goal attempt. Michael Lysy, who missed a couple of PATs in regulation, would not miss this game-winning field goal attempt. 26 yards, game finally over as they won their second straight Northside District Championship.
Defense did a great job. I mean, credit to them, and credit to Michael Lysy for getting that kick in.
The win marked O'Connor's first ever perfect regular season in the school's 20-year history, and they have now won 17 consecutive regular season games.
Sometimes I wonder why I do this, but at the end of the day, it's incredibly worth it. In watching these kids, seniors, one is been a special group. They've won a lot of football games. They also have taught our younger guys what it's like and what it's about to win. So, I am so excited about us winning the district championship right now, and we're going to enjoy this one.
Reporting from Gus Stadium in San Antonio, I'm Greg Sherman for Friday Night Glory.